My name is Greg LaDuca, and I'm Vice President of Industry Relations here at Visit Rochester. We do have some first-time attendees and some new members on the line, so just wanted to say welcome from Visit Rochester and let you know that the Visitor Industry Council and the monthly Visitor Industry Council meeting is run by volunteer members, our steering committee. I look forward to introducing you to Julie Izzo-Neidswick from Stokey Farm, who's our 2021 VIC chairperson. And also during the course of the meeting, you will hear opportunities to join our steering committee in 3 different segments. So if you would like to help shape our monthly meetings, engage a little bit deeper with the Visitor Industry Council and Visit Rochester staff, I invite you to reach out to myself or Julie with any questions or your interest in joining the committee. So without further ado, I know we have a packed meeting. I'm pleased to introduce Julie Izzo-Neidswick, your 2021 VIC chair.
Hello, everyone. Happy spring. And yes, despite the snow in our forecast tomorrow, which my husband keeps reminding me of, it is very much spring in the Flower City. The sun was shining a few minutes ago, but the trees are blooming. And I know it's spring because my allergies are kicking into high gear. And I'm sure some of you are with me as well. So, but today is a very special day in history of VIC for 2 reasons. And no, not just because it's 420 and it's legal now in New York. Today is a special anniversary. It's the 40th anniversary of the Visitor Industry Council. And it is the day that we came back last year after our 1-month hiatus from this nasty little coronavirus. So I want to take a minute to just say thank you for everyone for hanging in for the year, and thank you for our creators from 40 years ago. Take a minute and give them a Zoom round of applause, which is what Brittany taught me last year. Super important. This is an amazing group, and we're so lucky to have one another. Little housekeeping. Today's order of the meeting is going to be slightly different. We're going to start with our main presentation first, and that's Spring into Wellness because it's April. And that's this month's theme. We're going to be hearing from Full Moon Vista Bikes first, since Shana will have to hop off, followed by Dick's Sporting Goods Houses Sport and Victor, RocVentures, and one of our newest members, WellNow Urgent Care. There'll be a Q&A session after the 4 presentations. So if you have any questions, please put it in your chat, and we'll read them off. We're going to follow that with committee updates. And committee's been very busy and active. Then staff updates, then 30-second announcements, followed by purple bag trivia. And then don't jump off. It'll be Seeds of Growth section, which will be all things Lilac Festival and what's coming up with them next month. This way the conversation with the Lilac Festival can roll right into networking if you guys have any questions about that. I'll remind you a little later to put the 30-second announcement request in the chat so I can call on you. And one last piece of housekeeping before we get into it all. I want you to pick up your phone to set your calendar for the May 18th meeting. This is going to be a meeting that has been several months in the making. We're going to zoom on down to the Corning Museum of Glass for a presentation and demos. If you haven't checked out Blown Away on Netflix, I encourage you to do so and binge watch season 1 and 2. I know Greg's a fan, Rachel's a fan. It's going to be an awesome meeting. I'm really excited for it. So make sure you put your camera down, and we will see you in May as well. And so without further ado, let's bring into wellness. So I'm going to bring Shana on the phone from Full Moon Vista Bike. Shana, are you on the line?
I am.
Awesome. I think that's such a cool name for a bike shop. How did that name come to be? What's the meaning behind it?
So there's down in Dansville, there's a road that's called Vista Hill. And so Scott Page, who's one of the main owners and the kind of mastermind behind this place, and a lot of different things, his father used to live near Vista Hill down in Dansville. And so Vista Hill is this long, winding, incredibly steep road that they used to go and ride up on at night on the night of a full moon, because there's no city lights, there's no street lights, and all you had was light from the moon and stars. And so it was quite an experience to actually do that. So he brought that name into the name of the shop because it kind of encapsulates the focus and beauty and all things wonderful about riding a bike.
I love that.
Yeah. So
So you have a little presentation for us today. What's going on down there?
well, my presentation is just gonna be me talking because the strangest thing happened to the bike industry when the pandemic hit, and it caused a boom in demand for bikes. We would have never, it was the strangest experience ever, because right about a year ago now, we were first realizing, oh, this is gonna get really crazy, and the industry can't really react that quickly because there's a lot of factories out there that can make toilet paper and paper towel and you can convert things and make hand sanitizer, but you can't necessarily have those places also make 3 times as many bike tires and derailleurs and frames and all sorts of things. So the industry has a cycle that it operates under, and the demand overwhelmed the bike world pretty quickly. Then couple that with transportation challenges and shipping challenges and longshoreman shortages and all sorts of different things. The demand continues to be high, and the shortages are continuing this year. We thought last year was bad, but it's going to continue. So we are now having a different approach to things where we talk to folks about planning ahead and what they would like to do and what they've done in the past, so that we can kind of prepare them for, we can get you a bike in a number of months, but not today. In a lot of cases, there are some people who we tell them if they walk in and they leave with a bike, we also tell them to go buy a lottery ticket, because that's a really lucky thing that happens. So there are bikes out there. There is plenty of, there are plenty of accessories. We can repair lots of bikes. We are just seeing tons and tons of people wanting to get out on their bikes, which is great. So the immediate, you can't just buy a bike today. That may be a disappointment sometimes, but we can always help people get out there and enjoy. And it's, been a lifesaver for a lot of people, given, people are stuck at home. Their families are very close quarters and the kids want to get outside. And so we have plenty of tubes and tires to fix people's flat tires with, which is great now. We have lots of helmets, but so we can help people get out there riding, which has been a kind of a bright spot given how strange this last year has been.
So on a normal year, or as things hopefully get back to normal for you, busy's good, busy's great. What kind of bikes do you have there? Is it just for the expert bike rider who shouldn't be going down that hill, or is it for beginners?
No, we have bikes for everyone. So we have, balance bikes for little kids that don't even know how to pedal. We have bikes for, kids as they're getting into it. We have, entry level. We normally generally have entry level bikes for everybody starting around the $450 mark and up. We can get, adult trikes for folks that may have some, maybe they want something that's a little bit more stable, things like that. And then all the way up to, we'll hear from people sometimes. So like, my car didn't cost that much. So the whole range, and that's one of the things we enjoy the most, is talking to folks from the transportation cyclist who is car free all the way up to the, I hope to go pro someday. So it's a really neat, broad cross section of the community that we get to work with, and bikes are fun no matter how you use them.
That's awesome. So I did have another question for you. Like, there's walking groups in the Rochester area, there's running groups. Are there cycling groups that people can be part of?
There are. There's a bunch of different ones depending on what your interests are. Some of them have overlapping interests, but the Rochester Bicycling Club is kind of the touring club where they do a lot of road cycling and different speeds and different distances. There's a road racing club called Genesee Valley Cycling Club. There's a mountain bike club that's called GROC, or Genesee Regional Off-Road Cyclists. There's a new club that is focused on beginning mountain bikers, from youth like 4 or 5 years old all the way up to beginning adults, called Roots. There are a lot of other smaller clubs. There's like a triathlon specific club that's called Rats. There's lots of options for people who are looking to get into it and learn. And we're always happy to answer questions and talk to folks when they come into the shop.
And so where exactly are you located? So members know.
Oh, that's right. So Full Moon Vista is located, we're 1239 University Ave, which is, we've had a couple of different locations. We started out in the St. Paul quarter, moved to the South Wedge. We've been on University since 2017. And so we're near the Revelry and Living Roots Winery, but directly across the street from Tim Hortons and Price Right. So very conveniently located for a lot of folks in the area.
And what are your hours?
We're open Monday through Thursday, noon to 6, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 5.
Okay.
And we have options for appointments outside of those hours. But
Oh, excellent. Make sure you put your website in our chat.
okay.
And so members know, and cycling is a great way to get outside, especially if you're not, you're just bored with walking the dog and the kids and you just want to get out, feel the cool wind on your face. Spring is beautiful in Rochester. Get out and get on your bike. Thanks, Shayna.
I think I lost you for a second. Everything froze.
Is everybody?
Yeah.
Greg, are you frozen? I think we're okay.
Okay. I was gone. I lost everybody. Wait,
Make sure you put everything in the chat so our members know then.
I will do that.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone.
Next up, we're gonna invite Katie Camblin to join us from the Dick's Sporting Good House of Sport in Victor. They just had their grand opening weekend. Katie, how did that go?
Yeah, we're just coming off of our grand opening weekend, was April 9th through the 11th. It was really well received. So we had a ton of things going on, including probably our most widely known is we welcomed in Rochester native Abby Wambach and Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs did a sports chat appearance with us. And we're able to hand off a grant to Riverflow Soccer Club. It's an inner city soccer program that is set up for refugees coming into the city, but we were able to hand off $10,000 to their organization. But yeah, beyond that, we had a scavenger hunt for customers to partake in. And then Sunday, we rounded it out with a 1 mile fun run with Girls on the Run, which we also gifted $2,000 to their organization. So a lot of things going on, and now we can sort of ease into late spring, early summer programming.
That's awesome. So this is a one-of-a-kind location. So tell us about it.
So this location is the first of its kind for Dick's Sporting Goods. We are not only a means to retail and providing some of the most exclusive brands out there, but we also have experiences within the store. We have a HitTrax batting cage that's free for the public to use. We have 3 TrackMan hitting bays where you could come in and get fitted for a club or book a 30-minute session with our PGA pro, Sean Lally, who is on site. We have a field that's 17,000 square feet that we have a lot of our community events on, but also right now we're doing open field play and lawn games. So we had a ton of locals come out. Yeah, this time of year, it's kind of challenging to find that place to bring the family and then not get muddy in a park setting. So we had quite a few families out to do inflatable batting cages. We have cornhole and all of those fun outdoor games. And then also we have a rock wall. It's 32 feet in total. We have 3 auto belay systems. It's $8 for 15 minutes. And it accommodates ages 6-year-olds and up. So yeah, there's something for everyone there, including some of your favorite brands like Kalia by Carrie Underwood, Nike, Adidas. A lot of people are buying kayaks right now. So I also have to support what Shayna was saying about bikes too. There is a shortage, and we do have quite a bit of supply, but if you find something that you like, we could also do on-site bike tuning as well. So a lot to offer, but I was hoping today could sort of talk to you about some of the events we have coming up.
Absolutely.
I've prepared sort of a flyer / one sheet so you could see all of the things going on. Currently, right now, Intro to Sports is more so like a PE class designed for 8 to 9-year-olds. It's a 6-week session happening every Thursday from 5:15 to 6 p.m. This Thursday, we have an Earth Day activity, and it's rooted in play. Literally, we were able to upcycle some used tennis balls from the Tennis Club of Rochester to do a potting activity. And it's $5, but you get to have a cute little take-home gift. Thursday, we'll welcome in STEM Rochester, Friday, Deep Roots Rochester, and Saturday, Earth Friendly. And they will be having some tabling opportunities and the ability to sell some of their products on site. April 26th and May 10th, we have Come Play Soccer on the Field. So it's just sort of an intro to class where you can learn the fundamentals of ball skills, and that starts at 5 p.m. These next two are events happening on the wall. Women specifically have not very many women, I should say, like to sign up for rock climbing. So this is, again, an intro class where you can meet other like-minded individuals with an interest in climbing. And then April 28th is Climbing 101. So again, an intro class where you can learn the fundamentals, how to climb, fall back in our catch system, and then ask questions with our lead, Jess Myers, who runs the whole program. And then some fun events followed by that. May the 4th is a Star Wars focused event. We'll have a Jedi obstacle course set out on the field, lightsaber competitions, and we welcome everyone to wear their Star Wars costume. May 5th, we kick off Bridal Boot Camp with Victor CrossFit on the field, and it's happening Wednesdays through May 26th, starting at 5:15 p.m. And then May 8th, we're doing a pre-Mother's Day event with a personalized shopping session in our social fitting room. This is a different kind of fitting room experience. We have a foliage wall that has a neon sign that says "Feel Your Best." But beyond that, we have a gait analysis room where if women who are avid runners who are looking to find the right sports bra fit, they can try it on a treadmill inside of our fitting rooms, and also have a gait analysis conducted right there on site. So a really cool feature, but we want to be able to have moms have that shopping experience in that personalized setting. Mimosas will be provided by our local juice vendor, Just Juice for Life. They will be virgin, so nothing to worry about there, and if you're not able to drink alcohol. And then Embody will be conducting workouts on the field, and this is everything from boxing to boot camp to a Pilates session. So a ton of stuff going on. And then I just also wanted to mention, we also want to serve the community. So we had Victor, Brighton, and Fairport Little League all reach out to us within the past week saying that they need a practice space. So we're offering up the field Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to accommodate their practice from 5:30 to 8:30. So while we have a dedicated team on site to be able to plan these events, we also want to kick it back to the folks around us that are in need of a space to gather their groups, or if there is an idea or something that we can help accommodate. Just visit us on our website at dix.com/House of Sport ROC and fill out our partnership form. And then a member of our team can get in touch with you to schedule a tour and to really talk to you about what your needs are.
That's amazing. And I understand you guys have a video, correct?
Yeah, so I thought it would be a really great opportunity to show our commercial that was shot right on site. And a lot of the actors in the commercial are friends and family and locals to Rochester. So just 60 seconds, but hopefully it gets you in the mood for sport.
The future of sport is nothing new to us. It's what we've been building for decades. A place where you can find not just sporting goods, but people, knowledge, and experiences that truly raise your game. We have a long history of moving sports forward, and this next step is our biggest yet. Introducing the House of Sport. New experiences, new services, a new place to call home. Dick's House of Sport, a grand opening 73 years in the making.
Oh, that was great. That was a great commercial. How big is the space? Katie, you're muted. Is she gone? Is Katie gone?
Come on, we making these mistakes now. We making all these mistakes now.
I'm back on. Sorry, my internet cut out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How big is the space? It looks huge.
So all in all, it's 100,000 square feet and the field is 17,000 square feet.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Are you guys planning on having activities? Is that something that you plan on long term?
Yeah, so we are a team, a lean team of about 5 people, but myself, an event planner, a community relations manager who handles more of our sponsorship, shop days, and charity arm components. But yeah, we're really hoping to, kick it up a notch and have some fun summertime activities. And the best way to do that is to stay up to date on our website, and I can drop that in the chat too.
Awesome. So do that, please. And are you going to be able to stick around? Because I already have some questions coming in for you on the Q&A.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Katie. I can't wait to go out and visit.
Yes, please do. And as for me personally, I'd love to meet you if you're in the neighborhood.
Will do. Okay, so make sure you grab the family and head out to Dick's in the next few weeks for one of their special events because it looks pretty awesome. And I love that it's kind of one of a kind just to us. Next up, we're going to visit RocVentures with Kristen Tedrow. Kristen, are you on the line? I think I saw her. Does anybody have eyes on her?
There we go.
There you go.
I'm unmuted.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm going to see if I can flip my camera. Oh, I should have tried this before. So you can see our facility. We have 7,000 square feet. Our walls are between 30 and 35, depending on where in the facility you are. So we go up like that.
Perfect.
So we have 40 top ropes. That's our main style of climbing. We also have, like at Dick's, we have an auto belay. So you can see on the wall there, somebody's climbing. She doesn't have a partner at the moment, so she can clip into an auto belay, and that pulls the rope up for her as she's climbing, so she can work out without a partner. Climbing in general is a partner sport, so you have somebody at the bottom belaying. We also have a giant cargo net. These are some of our taller walls. We have shorter, what we call boulder caves, where you can climb without a rope, and you go up 20 feet or 12 feet, excuse me. And then there's much thicker pads on the floor for when you fall down or drop down. We have some fun little kid walls that are ranged from 12 to 15 feet, so that the little ones can make it all the way to the top, but not so high that they get scared. We have a variety of routes. We have between 120 and 150 routes to climb at any given time during the guys are setting about every other week. They're putting some new things up for us. All of our routes are graded with a system that lets you know how difficult it is. So if you look in the corner here, there's like some black holds that go up straight much in a line. So it's kind of like a ladder climb. And then there's, if you look at the orange holes, there's few of them and they go up not in a line. And that's going to be a bit more difficult. But all of our routes are graded, so you know when you approach the wall what to expect. Like I said, climbing is partner. So let me see if I can find somebody who's climbing. So there's a person at the bottom that's a belayer taking up the slack as somebody goes up the wall. We can accommodate from 2 years old. We've got itty bitty tiny full body harnesses. And then we also have tiny shoes for them. And then we also have people who are in their 70s that come in to climb. So we can accommodate a wide variety of ages, as well as sizes of people, skill levels. This is some other over here. Oh, switched it around again, sorry. This is another one of our walls where you can see somebody's climbing up something more difficult, but then there's a line of yellow and a line of white that have lots of holds on it for easier ascents, or you can pick something harder. It's a great activity that can be done with any skill level, really. As you get more experienced, you might try something harder, or if you just want to warm up, you can go with an easier choice of walls.
And so you guys have classes like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. We have classes that we offer for belaying. We teach that anytime somebody comes in and needs to learn how to belay, we can teach that on demand for them. When you come in, you get a day pass and you can stay for as long as you want until we close that evening. Whether you want to stay the full time or you want to climb for a little while, get tired, take a break and go out and get something to eat and then come back in. We do that. We offer technique classes Mondays and Fridays, generally speaking, whether you're brand new to climbing and want to know everything, or get some tips and pointers. We do one-on-one coaching if that's something that's interests you. We have various events like next Sunday we're doing yoga and kombucha tasting with our neighbor Fairport Brewing. We also are partner with Rochester Running Club, so we're doing a run climb brew in a couple more weeks after that, where you can climb and run and finish up the day with a beer next door. It's a fun place to bring your kids as a family. Because of the variety of routes, you can have the kids climbing, and then you as an adult can choose something a little bit more challenging that you can do, but it's all being done in the same facility, so you're not wandering around, or having older kids bored and younger kids or younger kids, depending on who you're catering to for that day. So it's kind of a really neat opportunity to be able to be in the same facility and accommodate all ages and all abilities.
Yeah, it looks like a great place for families. What's above your head?
Above my head, those are, that's our indoor ropes course. It's a 4-element suspension ropes course with some platforms behind me. Let me split my camera again. Try to flip my camera again. There is, you probably can't see it too well with the lights, but there's like a tightrope bridge, and then it's a bit of a circle around up in the sky. We have another like balance beam that's like a telephone pole that you walk all the way across. And then we have another tightrope, which again, a tightrope on a wire way up in the sky may not be that easy to see. I can see the ropes hanging, but you really can't see the tightrope that you're walking on. So that's another fun thing that you can come in and take take a walk on the high ropes course. It's a little bit closer than Bristol, and we're indoors, so the weather is always good in here.
And do you have memberships that families can purchase?
Yep, we have memberships. Our memberships are based on, you can do a single person, you can do a 2-person, or you can do a 3-person. That's like our membership details, who maybe, again, Lara's not good. So for a family of 3 or more, it's $135 a month that covers your climbing. If you need to rent gear, you can add another $50, and then you could have unlimited climbing and unlimited gear for a month and come in and be here as much as you want, which is a fun way of doing it, because then if you come for a half an hour or you come for 3 hours, it's all kind of included. And there's not that, you know, if the little ones get anxious or upset, you don't have to feel bad that you need to leave when you've paid for admission.
No, that's great. And so where you could, I could just come in appropriate dress with no experience, and your staff is gonna be there to help me get into this.
Yeah, to help us get on the wall. Yep, and you don't have to worry about equipment, because we have all the rental equipment that you would need here. Appropriate dress is just like comfortable clothes. You know, yoga pants are great, or shorts, anything that you move your legs freely in.
It looks like a lot of fun. And
It
same with
is.
your staff. I know your staff stayed late just for us, so we can kind of see.
Oh.
I never realized how large your facility was. It's
Yeah,
huge and amazing.
It's 7,000 square feet. Can you guys hop on for me? They're gonna get clipped in and climb for you. So I'll switch my camera back around again. So we do a lot of programs for kids. You can also, if you've got a group from work or whatever that needs a team building activity, we can do that. If you're working in a school, we can do like weekly programs. We run, right now we're doing a homeschool program. So Chris is going up right now. He's going up a 5'5". So it's pretty basic in that like there's a spot for your hands and your feet to be on at all times. And then Emily's down at the bottom and she's belaying. And that's really just a system of pulling the slack out of the rope, because the rope is clipped onto Chris, goes up to an anchor at the top of the ceiling, and then comes back down to Emily, so that as Chris is going up, she's holding the rope tight so that should he fall off, he really just winds up being suspended in the air and doesn't drop at all. Once he reaches the top, he's going to let her know that she's there, and then she's just going to lower him down slowly back down to the ground. So there's never a fear of like dropping or falling or anything, because you're always clipped in.
Look like lots of fun. Are all your events on your website?
They're either on our website or more often on social media.
Okay.
There's a ticker page on our website that that you can check out what's going on as well.
Great. Are you gonna be able to stick around if there's any questions?
I most certainly can.
Okay. Thank you so
All right,
much,
thank you.
Kristen. Awesome facility. I can't wait to visit.
Yes, by all means, come on in.
Okay, and next we're moving on to our last presentation with one of our newest members, WellNow. 2 weeks ago, I was actually at a WellNow and I was very impressed. It was super clean. My husband loved the Pac-Man machine. I got to know more about that.
Okay.
And I loved that it showed me where we were in line. Aaron Silver from WellNow is on the phone, on the Zoom. Aaron, can you unmute yourself? How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks so much for having us, guys.
Welcome. So I'm going to just let it go. Tell me about WellNow. Why Rochester?
So first, I'm Aaron Silver. I'm a physician assistant. I'm the lead provider for WellNow in the Rochester area. WellNow has 91 locations across New York, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, with 6 in the greater Rochester area. We have Greece, Gates, Irondequoit, Fairport, and Webster. And as you mentioned, we just were proud to open our newest location a couple weeks ago in Brockport. Most of our facilities were open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. All of them are open 7 days a week. And we have a few areas that have some extended hours. So our Greece and Canandaigua sites are actually open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's every day of the year other than Thanksgiving and Christmas. We accept most major insurance plans, including Fidelis, Medicaid, TRICARE for veterans. So striving to promote health, wellness, and everything we can to all members of the community. Our centers treat patients of all ages for non-life-threatening illness and injuries, and it's all on a walk-in basis. We, excellent medical care for our patients is at the core of what we do, but delivering it in a clean, comfortable, and convenient environment and providing the best possible experience, I believe, is what sets us apart. Of course, over the past year, we've adapted to include a wide range of services related to diagnosis and treatment of COVID-19. That included PCR, rapid, and antibody testing at all WellNow locations. We've been able to continue caring for our patients during some of the more challenging periods of the pandemic without ever closing our doors. And as infections rose, our teams quickly adapted to the increased demand by, again, extending hours at some of our locations and growing our telehealth platform to where we can now provide 24/7 virtual visits to anyone in need. Beyond urgent care, WellNow also partners with many of the local businesses to provide outstanding occupational medicine services. So that includes pre-employment physicals, DOT evaluations, like for your husband, drug screens, COVID-19 testing, and more. We're available to develop custom solutions for employers in a range of industries, manufacturing, retail, nursing homes, colleges, schools, and much more. So as you talk about spring into wellness and the weather warms, we enjoy more time outside with our families. It's of course important to take precautions to keep ourselves safe and healthy. We had a number of these shops selling bikes, of course, bike helmets for everyone, not just kids. Be sure once it's sunny and hot, make sure everyone's applying sunscreen, wear long pants in wooded areas to avoid tick bites and tick-borne illnesses and other insects, and stay hydrated. But we certainly wish everyone safe, fun, relaxing summer. And if something does happen that's unexpected, we're here to help and here to make it all better. So you can walk into any WellNow location or visit wellnow.com to start a telehealth visit.
So my niece has fallen off her scooter twice, once with a broken wrist, once with stitches. Is WellNow able to do x-rays, stitches? What services are you limited to? What services are you able to do?
So yeah, for injuries like that, for minor injuries, for cuts, we certainly can do stitches. We can do adhesive if we think it's necessary. That's like skin glue. But yeah, most minor lacerations we're able to repair on site without any issue. For injuries, our goal is to have x-ray capability at all of our sites. There are certain constraints where we're not able to deliver that 100% of the time, but if we can't find it, if we don't have an x-ray at the particular site they're at, we can certainly arrange for it. But again, the majority of places do have x-ray as well as a radiology read at that site. So we can treat sprains, strains, fractures, and then, immobilize any of those fractures with a splint or kind of a partial cast or, a Velcro wrap, something like that.
And I think urgent cares are super important in keeping our emergency rooms clean for people that actually need real emergency rooms. Would you agree with that? Did I freeze or he froze? Okay, I think Aaron froze.
Yeah, Aaron froze.
Okay. So hopefully we'll get him back, but then I guess we'll move on to panel because I don't see him unfreezing any current. Okay, that's all right. We'll adjust. We've learned to do that over the past year, haven't we? I do have some questions that have come into me for the panel. But if you have some more, put them in the chat and I will open them up. The first one we have is I'm just going to put this out to both Kristen and Shayna and Aaron, if he can come back. Why Rochester? What about Rochester was important for your business location? Why did you guys decide to invest money here? Kristen, do you want to go first? You just got to unmute yourself, Kristen.
Good. Oh, unmute.
There you go.
Why Rochester? I am a Rochester native. I grew up here. My husband and I moved up to Rochester back in '96 when we got married. We've raised our family here. RocVentures is actually a facility that was opened by another gentleman in 96. So we bought an existing property, or not existing property, existing building 3 years ago, and have just worked on revamping it and revitalizing it. And it's not really something that you can move. But we're settled here and love Rochester. It's a little city with all kinds of big city amenities that are, 20 minutes away. It's really a wonderful place to live.
That's such a great way to put it. I love that. I'm going to use that sometime. Katie, why do you think Dick's decided to put the House of Sports in Rochester?
This location really brings it back to our roots. The original owner, Dick Stack of Dick's Sporting Goods, opened his first store in Binghamton almost 75 years ago. So they wanted to find a location that would bring it back home, so to speak. And I mean, for the functionality piece too, our corporate headquarters is based out of Pittsburgh. So in the event we just needed additional support, they were a 4-hour drive. But yeah, this particular location, while we do have several other Dick's Sporting Goods in the area, is the first to introduce retail and experiences.
That's awesome. Erin, are you back on the line?
I think so. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Why
All right.
did WellNow feel Rochester was a good market to open up?
So we, WellNow, what was originally 5-Star Urgent Care, had opened in the Rochester area in 2017. It was the 13th location. And since it's expanded quite a bit since then, but of course, the Rochester area, again, our CEO has lives in Buffalo, so we have significant ties. Similar, it's kind of similar to the Dick story of, having close ties to the upstate New York area, and we're very proud to be able to serve Rochester and expand throughout all the different suburbs. We love the response that we've received from each community. Gates, Greece, Fairport, Irondequoit. Our volumes, I think, kind of speak for themselves. There's a massive need for urgent care, and we're proud to be able to provide it here.
Awesome. So this came in from our vice chair, and some of you have actually already talked about that. What are unique partnerships that you are a part of as far as members of the Rochester community? I'm going to start with, well, just go on the line, Erin. So we'll start with Erin. Are you doing any partnerships?
We partner with like the Greece Chamber of Commerce, Rochester Chamber of Commerce. Beyond that, some of those other higher level, partnerships are not really familiar to me, but I can certainly get updates on those and share that with the group. Be happy to do that. Okay.
And Katie, I know you talked about some partnerships, especially with like Little League sports and other things. What are some possible things coming down the pike, or other members you might be working with?
So we collaborate a lot with local organizations. Next Level Strength and Conditioning out of Fairport has run some speed and agility classes, and we're thinking about doing another one in late May. Butterfly Kids Yoga is out of Fairport too, and we did a Mommy and Me class. Girls on the Run, and both alongside Riverflow Soccer Club, we were able to make a significant donation to their organizations to help further youth sports as a greater part of our Sports Matter Foundation that helps keep kids in sport and their passions at the forefront. So we are slowly but surely turning the pages as to who's out there and who really wants to come in and organize the class. And we really welcome everybody if it's rooted in sport. Oh, and I should even mention too, we have a health and wellness pad on site and Mana Performance Therapy. We want to do wellness workshops, anything that helps get you on the path to health and wellness, we'd like to explore too. So we're discovering a lot along the way, but we also want to hear from the community what they want and hopefully be that destination for them.
Thank you. And Kristen, I know you talked about Fairport Brewing. Anything else that you've done in the past with members or not?
With members and non-members, Fairport Brewing for us is really easy because they're right next door. But we've also partnered with, like I said, with Rochester Running Club to do a run, climb, brew. We've partnered with Embody and helped them with some of their bigger events that they've done out in the front parking lot. We've done we've done a handful of movie nights that is open to the community, and then have had various vendors, like even Full Moon Vista, I think, came one time as like a table sponsor, just to promote other local businesses. We have promotional coupons out at Dick's. So for those people who go out to Eastview and really love climbing on their wall, that if they want something more or additional, because they have great auto belay system with their wall, but our walls are a little bit larger or more numerous than theirs. So if you loved climbing out at Dick's, you can come over to our facility. And we're always looking for new ways to partner and cross paths with different people to widen people's knowledge of like how you can work out, how you can have fun, and how you can actually work out and have fun at the same time.
I love that. That's awesome. And that's a great point, that Dick's might be a jumping off point, and then head on over to RocVentures for your next challenge, let's say. And then the last question for the panel that I have is, what do you think your biggest marketing challenges are going forward? You want to start with Katie?
Oh, good question. I'm finding that social media is really the gateway to start having those sort of broader conversations. A lot of locals I find are on closed Facebook groups, and I'm glad that Visit Rochester has a group of like-minded individuals and industry professionals, so we could help get the word out. But we're really leveraging social media like more than ever right now. A lot of our campaigns, like out of home and billboard and such, like that'll all die down towards the end of the month. But in terms of challenges, I think it's just really leveraging word of mouth too. I mean, we're going back to guerrilla marketing and trying to just meet people and know that we're here and we're open, and how we could help be that aid and help serve others. But yeah, I mean, I would love to know the panel's perspective on that too. So,
Kristen, do you want to go next?
Sure. Like she just said, social media for us has really been a huge venue. It seems like you can reach a lot more people. We think we're reaching more people through social media, but knowing who we've reached and being able to maybe target, like if we're doing a kids program, how do we get to that demographic versus like just a general like fun bingo night where anybody can come, or like an adult technique class. So like making sure that we're hitting the target markets, I think, is probably the hardest thing to do. And currently, because of COVID and just we were closed for 6 months, financially, sending out paper marketing is just so difficult right now, because it's just an expense that we can't afford. So social media is definitely what we've tapped into, but it's also harder to know exactly who's really seeing the ads. It does seem to work when we put something out, because it seems that within a couple of hours we get a registration for whatever that program is. But it still seems a little bit nebulous, and not sure what exactly is going on out there.
Gotcha. And Aaron, how about you?
For the urgent care industry, certainly we've taken some different pivots this past year. We've had a large influx of patients who may not have, even considered coming into our facilities prior to COVID-19, but just due to their circumstance, all of a sudden we're coming in for testing, whether it was for them, for their families. So, we've pivoted more towards, creating this, great experience for our patients and our clients, where they might not normally have been into our sites, and then hopefully utilizing that going forward to, when they think of, hey, I had a minor injury, it's 10 p.m. at night, I'm not going into the emergency room. I'm going to come to WellNow because I know I had a great experience there this past year.
Well, thank you all for your insight. It's your members like you really keep Visit Rochester going, and we appreciate it. Make sure, it's a great reminder to use the extranet to, market amongst members. And this is a great way to do it. And if there's anything that Visit Rochester can do for you, be sure to reach out to Greg. She's always a big help, as is Rachel and Diana and Chelsea. So thank you all very much, and we appreciate it. And now I'm going to move on to my vice chair for 2021, Jessica Conley. She's going to handle committee updates and, of course, steering committee updates. Jess?
Hi, everyone. All right, VIC committee updates. Oh, thanks, guys, for the panel info, too. Like, I like that it encompassed so much as far as, you know, the sports side and the medical side, which we all know can go together, right? Especially if you have kids. Yeah. But I'm definitely, I was just texting my husband too, Kristen, about getting him over to the RocVentures because I have a 3 and a 6-year-old, so that'll tire him out for sure. All right, so our committee updates are always so exciting to listen to because even though we're in a pandemic, we've all learned how to come together via this lovely tool called Zoom and still kick the ideas around. So let's start with the New York State Association Task Force and Tracy Testa.
Hi, everyone. This is Tracy Testa. I'm the chair for the New York State Association Task Force. We were able to come together and have our first meeting last week. Very exciting to, as you said, kick some ideas around. With the Association Task Force, typically we go out and we blitz the Albany area, but with everything going on with the pandemic, either people are working from home or they're not taking meetings. So we came up with a couple of ideas that we're going to work on, sending information out, maybe doing a wine tasting happy hour via Zoom, or just having a coffee catch up individually. Alicia and I are going to get together next week or this week to put a letter together. We find it's going to be easier to send an email than it is to call because a lot of people aren't in their office anymore. So it's just going to be something along the lines of, how are you doing? Have your meetings changed? How can we get you to Rochester? You know, just to touch base and see where we get with that. So once that's complete, we'll have another meeting and approve it and start working to send it out.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. And next I am going to call on Dave Samantello of Visit Rochester, who is representing the Local Contact Advisory Council.
Hi, everybody. I'm giving updates on behalf of Justin Cheshire, the chair for the Local Contact Advisory Council. The last meeting was in April, and during that time, the committee identified 30 organizations with potential meetings and conventions that could possibly be attracted to Rochester. Since that meeting, they've been working actively with the Visit Rochester staff to further research the possibilities for those meetings, and currently have developed a few strong leads that all came out of just a few simple questions that were: where have you traveled for work? What organizations are you a part of? And what organizations are your company a part of? Right now, their next meeting is planned for May 11th. They're always welcoming new members of that committee, or if you have any organizations that you work with personally or professionally, please feel free to reach out to Rich Mackey or Justin Cheshire with those organizations. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Good to see you. All right, next up is our Accessibility Rochester Committee with Chad Crone.
Hello, my name is Chad Crone. I'm a serial entrepreneur at Meow Chicken Fish. I'm the chair of the IDEA committee. IDEA stands for Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility. Our next meeting is this Friday, April 23rd at 9:30 a.m., where we'll be going over the tentative schedule for the speaker series, and we're looking for your feedback. So again, that is this Friday, April 23rd at 9:30 a.m. Thanks.
Thanks, Chad. All right, next to the plate, we have the Event Enhancement Committee with John Tassone, and that was not an intended pun, John, but that just worked.
How's it going? Yes, the Event Enhancement Committee, we continue to focus on recovery ideas and best practices for reopening events and event venues and facilities with the frequent new guidelines that have been released by the state throughout 2021. Our current committee size is 38 members. We had our last meeting on April 8th. via Zoom, and we had a great turnout with a lively discussion about what everyone has been up to with their respective events and services and venues, as a lot has been happening and changing in the past month or so. So we're excited about scheduling our May meeting soon, so be on the lookout for more information. And if you're interested in joining us, our next meeting, or joining the committee, please feel free to reach out to myself or Amber Brewer or Amanda Fox. Thanks.
Awesome, John. You knocked it out of the park. I had to keep it going. All right, thanks. Next up, Tour and Travel Committee with Emily Foe.
Hi, everyone. This is Emily with the RIT Inn Conference Center, chair of the Group Tour and Travel Committee. We don't have too much of an update to share this month, but we are still working on brainstorming ideas to virtually engage with tour operators throughout the year. We're also working on some ideas in ways to incentivize them to book in Rochester. Our next meeting is going to be Monday, April 26th at 3:30. We'll post a link on the Facebook forum, and we hope you can join us.
Thanks, Emily. Always good to see your face. Next, I have the Membership Engagement Committee, who has an event coming up this week with Just Dakotas.
Hello. Yeah, so we have Rockin' Game Night. So it's going to be bingo again this Thursday at 5 p.m. In case you haven't been seeing my many posts in the Facebook forum, make sure that you get registered by Wednesday evening so we can send you a bingo card. There are a lot of great prizes. I don't know if you guys saw, but people were posting about their amazing prizes right after the last one. So please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can go to Sager Beer Works. They're going to be hosting, or you can just join us from your house, whatever it is. I'll be joining from my home. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then the next Membership Engagement Committee meeting will be on the 29th at 3 p.m. So if you want to join us there, please let us know. And Elena did post the registration for bingo in the chat. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Jess. All right, off to Meredith Howie for the Rock for a Reason Committee. Meredith? Is she on board today? Okay, we will circle back.
I can speak about the Rock for a Reason if you want. Elena Euler. Yeah, sorry. Just an update, Meredith put in the chat, we are looking for volunteers for cleanup at Mount Hope Cemetery, which is Saturday, May 8th. We're also looking for volunteers as we schedule in celebration of National Travel and Tourism Week. We will be delivering some goodies to some of the vaccine sites. So if anyone is interested in volunteering or has any questions, certainly send me something in the chat, and also check out the member forums. Thanks.
Thanks, Elena. All right, next up, Rachel Polvino with the Attractions Task Force. Rachel, my friend.
Hi, everyone. So I'm excited that we are getting the Attractions Task Force back off the ground for 2021. So I'll be sending a note to all of our See and Do partners coming soon with information on our first meeting. And I am looking for a chair for this group. It's an impromptu kind of casual structure of bringing all of our attractions members together. We started it in 2020. It was really successful during the height of the throes of all those unprecedented times. And now we can reconvene and kind of assess how everyone's doing as we start to enter this next final chapter of the pandemic, hopefully. So more to come, more info on that to our See and Do members soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. Next, we have the Social Media Committee with Chelsea Wernick.
Hi guys, I'm Chelsea Wernick, your staff liaison for the Social Media Committee. Nina, your chair, unfortunately wasn't able to join the meeting today, so I'll be giving you guys a quick update. So our next meeting is actually, well, all of our meetings are open to anyone at any time, so you are more than welcome to join, but we're really pushing and hoping that more than just social media managers or digital managers are able to join us, because we're going to be doing an educational session on influencers. So we hope that you can join us on May 4th for a lunchtime discussion from 12 to 1. Again, we're going to be talking about influencer marketing, influencer relations, and we're going to be learning about some best practices from 2 different local Rochester-based travel bloggers and influencers. So we're going to be joined by Leah, who is with 5 for the Road, which is a family blogger and influencer, and then Dave Parfett, who's with Adventures by Daddy. And we're very excited to hear from them. They work with DMOs and attractions from all over the country, all the way to like Disney. They've partnered with Disney before. So they are going to share some of the best practices and do's and don'ts that they've experienced by working with different attractions. We just want to make sure, our committee wants to make sure that you guys are ready and prepared to learn more about influencer marketing. We really think that this is going to be a great tool and tactic that you can implement as different areas start to reopen. And we want to make sure that you guys are prepared and know the best way to work with, whether they're local influencers or influencers that are coming in from different areas of the country. So I'm going to share the registration link in the chat. We're asking that you pre-register for this meeting just so that we're able to collect any questions that you have for Leah and Dave. So I will share all of that information in the chat. Again, this is open to any member, and we hope that you can join us on May 4th.
Thank you, Chelsea. That sounds like super informative. I have to jump in on that myself. And last but certainly not least, the Frontline Training Task Force with the update from Danielle Hildreth.
Greg here. Danielle wasn't able to join us.
You missed that email, Jess.
That's okay. She wasn't able to join us today, but please do. Things are happening on the e-learning front. We're starting to see some first runs, some drafts of the actual program. And so Danielle will be engaging Visit Rochester members to join this committee to take what I'm calling e-learning frontline training into phase 4. So watch your email and the Facebook forum for more information on that. And we will be reaching out to some folks as well to ask to join our committee and share their knowledge. So thank you.
Thanks, Greg, as Danielle. Thank you very much. We always say this all the time, and coming from being in your seats, if you will, before, being a chair is a very integral part of Visit Rochester. We greatly appreciate your time, your expertise, and your input. If anybody is interested in joining any committee, feel free to reach out to Elena or Greg, myself, or Julie, and we can point you in the right direction of who to connect with. All right, so one more update from steering committee. So that's the committee that I'm on. We are just chugging along, looking forward to May. That's going to be very exciting. And then in June, we will have 3 openings for a few new faces on the steering committee. And that would be in the segments of See and Do, Services, and Shop. It's very minimal commitment. You get to help structure and drive our monthly meetings at Visit Rochester's VIC. And if you're interested or know somebody who might be, feel free to reach out and we will be sure to hopefully connect the dots.
Thanks, Jess.
Welcome.
And just a quick reminder from Greg, committee chairs, please put your information, your dates, your links, if it's a Zoom, into the Facebook forum so we can get members involved if someone wants to hop on. I saw that Debbie Wickham really wanted to hop on the social media influencer one, so I'm sure other people are going to want to do that as well. So make sure you do that. I know that Chelsea did that, but for everyone else. And next, we're going into staff updates, but before, if anyone else has a 30-second update, please put it in the chat so I can call on you. We're going to start off with Rachel Polvino for staff updates.
I never get to go first. This is so exciting. Hello again, everyone. Happy April. Hopefully you've had a chance to get out and see the city as it's really starting to bloom, even though, yes, I know there is snow in the forecast tomorrow, but it is Rochester after all. But if it seems like I'm in a good mood today, it's because press trips are returning. Another sure sign that things are kind of starting to go back to whatever the new normal will be. I'm really excited that beginning in May, we're going to start hosting our first in-market press travel bloggers and writers. This will be our first people we've hosted since February of 2020. So I'm currently working on setting up a number of trips with, everyone from more regional bloggers to national writers, and hopefully can get more and more folks coming back to our community to experience all that we have to offer. On the social media side, my good friend Chelsea has been very busy working on a number of different exciting campaigns. We've had some ongoing promotion for the Rochester Golf Trail, and in partnership with our good friend Rich Mackey, we had some social campaigns timed around the Masters golf tournament. So that's been getting some really nice buzz for the Rochester New York Golf Trail. And if you have more questions on the golf trail, reach out to Rich or myself. We'd love to share more about it. We also have social media campaigns that are continuing that promote both individual content pieces and also driving traffic to our website. And these are running on social media in a number of our target markets. Everything we've been reading and seeing that there are good indicators for cities like Rochester as we come out of this. Specifically, we know people want to be traveling by their car more than ever before. And we've always had a big focus on that drive-in market. So a lot of our efforts right now, especially digitally, are focused in those markets where we're a couple hour drive for people. And as we've been saying, we're a place with a little bit more space. So we think that we're, as I said, really uniquely positioned to be an awesome destination coming out of the pandemic and beyond. Diana's going to give an update in just a few minutes on some of the exciting things we have planned for National Travel and Tourism Week, but take out your calendars and save the date for May 2nd through 8th, 2021 for National Travel and Tourism Week. You will also hear in a little bit from some additional people about our Explore Guide, but I'm thrilled to share that Explore is coming back for 2021. It's going to have a slightly later publication date, but we've got some really exciting things planned in terms of ways to make it even easier for you, our members, to have a presence. So Greg and Jean Morehouse from the Rochester Business Journal will share more on that shortly. Two more things. Just want to give you an update on some of the new content over on visitrochester.com. We've got a guide to things to do this spring, a listing of outdoor dining for members of Visit Rochester. Chelsea exhaustively went through our members, but if you are a food and dining establishment that has outdoor dining that is not currently on that list, please let us know. And we're working on Mother's Day activities, events, gift ideas. So similarly, if your organization has something that should be included, let us know. And last but not least, we are working on a guide, updating our guide of all the pet-friendly things there are to do in Rochester. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to have serious separation anxiety from my dog when we have to kind of start traveling again. So we do know that people are interested in traveling with their pets and their animals because they've been by our side for the last year. And then last but certainly not least, the steering committee and I are working on an update to our VIC member forum. So we had kind of shifted the purpose of the forum and some of the posting guidelines for the last year just to reflect this time that we're in. But we are soon going to be sharing in the forum guidelines for the VIC member forum 2.0, which is what I'm calling it at least. But we're hoping to create a real, be able to provide opportunities to foster a lot of comments, collaboration. So we're going to be making, rolling out some new things and introducing a new format to that group. So if you're not already in the forum, definitely let us know. We'd love to add you, and you will see new guidelines to the forum being posted there soon. And I think that is all I have. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you. Amanda Fox, you're up next.
Thanks, Julie. Hi, everybody. So as Rachel mentioned, we are also starting to see a return to the new normal in events. So May will kind of kick off the events here for us with this summer and fall, really picking up with a number of sporting tournaments and meetings as well, still on the books and planning, which is very exciting. We also are starting to see a few number of planning visits coming in with clients, which is also great to see. And lastly, I just wanted to mention in regards to the last year, we've partnered with a company called Threshold 360 in regards to some virtual tours that we are taking of our member locations to better use as sales resources and tools and things like that for attendees coming to the area. So please, if you receive an email from me in regards to a virtual tour, please just let me know or schedule or have any questions. Please feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Amanda. Tim James, do you want to go next?
Yes. Hi, Julie. Thank you. So several things going on. It's getting very busy, which is great. I'll do a combination, Julie, of both sales as well as sports. Site visits on the convention sales side. I just wrapped up the Disabled American Veterans site visit. Rochester was selected for 2024. The sites were with the DoubleTree, the Hyatt, the Holiday Inn downtown. Man and I are working on an itinerary for the Pilot International group. We've got two folks coming in, the president and the vice president coming in May for 2 days, coming in from Mississippi. This group is going to be here. It's all women's organization coming in June of 2022. There's a meeting May 19th for preliminary discussions about a possible return for the Drum Corps Associates to Rochester for 2022 and 2023. Most of you are aware that Hill Cumorah, they tried to reschedule the pageant for 21, didn't work. So they just decided that they're no longer gonna try to reschedule. So Hill Cumorah, of course, is over. Jehovah's Witness has committed to coming back to Rochester, the Henrietta area in 2022. Let's see, let's go jump over to sports. Had some big wins. USA Gymnastics 2022, level 9 Eastern Nationals, 900 to 1,000 athletes from all over the East Coast, east of the Mississippi, excuse me. Coming to Rochester, May 2022, 2,500 room nights. So that's fantastic. Showcase on the Ridge softball tournament, becoming this October to Webster, 600 room nights. The My Hockey site visit with Amy O'Neill is actually going on now, Tuesday through Thursday, perhaps Friday. And then upcoming, we've got the Sports Tourism Index. It's a virtual conference, May 4th and 5th, called Huddle Up 2021. 16 hours of rights holders for RFP presentations. So it's really exciting, getting really, really busy again. So we're all excited.
I think that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I think our last one is Diana Keating.
Hi, everyone. To build off of what Rachel shared, I have some quick campaign updates for you. Our family-focused campaign, Come Play in Our Backyard, resumes for a 6-week media flight on May 1st, promoting safe summer travel to the region. We're in creative development for a new Canadian-focused campaign. However, it's important to note for all of you that the border closure has been extended another month to May 21st. We're also in the early stages of development for a new destination awareness campaign. So stay tuned for more details on that. In regard to travel trade, we just registered for American Bus Association's annual marketplace taking place virtually in both May and June. So I'm looking forward to catching up with operators in one-on-one appointments. And finally, as Rachel said, mark your calendars for National Travel and Tourism Week taking place May 2nd through the 8th. National Travel and Tourism Week is an annual tradition for the U.S. travel community led by the U.S. Travel Association. We'll be popping up in different areas of town with goodies to share as we celebrate the industry, and you are members with the theme, The Power of Travel. Also that week, we'll be announcing a new tourism trail initiative that's been created with our friends at Visit Buffalo, Visit Syracuse, and Visit Binghamton. So stay tuned and be on the lookout for more details for National Travel and Tourism Week via email. And as always, great to see you all.
Thanks, Diana. And last but never least, Greg LaDuca.
You're nice. Thank you, Julie. So a couple of things to update you on. Rachel mentioned Explore Guide 2021. We are in the process of putting that together with our friends at Rochester Business Journal. And I just wanted to let you know that Jean Morehouse will be on the call giving a 30-second announcement with an update to what we've been working on, basically to help support recovery and rebound of the tourism and hospitality industry in Greater Rochester. Visit Rochester and the Rochester Business Journal are partnering to offer Visit Rochester members an additional discount on advertising rates for 2021. And so Jean will tell you more about that, but we wanted to let you know about this. As we recover, we wanted you to have every opportunity to reach the visitors that are and will be coming to our area the rest of this year and into the next year with our 2021 Explore Guide. Along those lines, and you've heard it here first, as a VIC exclusive, we will be offering one lucky winner of an Explore Guide advertisement raffle, a free 1/6-page ad in the 2021 Explore Guide. You can enter the raffle by submitting a testimonial that talks about the benefits of your Visit Rochester membership, whether it's through the Visitor Industry Council, your marketing presence, the relationships that you've gained through Visit Rochester, and so on and so forth. Entries will be received on or before May 3rd, 2021, and one winner will be selected at random to receive that 1/6-page ad, a $969 value. Testimonials will be used possibly on visitrochester.com on our website or other areas determined by Visit Rochester staff. So please submit your testimonials to me via email, greg.l@visitrochester.com, with the subject line Explore Testimonials 2021. I'll also put an update in the VIC member forum, but hopefully you'll make a note on your to-do list for this afternoon or tomorrow to just take a moment, write us a testimonial that we can use as we continue on here at Visit Rochester. And we really, really appreciate it. And so I'm looking forward to having you hear more from Jean Morehouse from the Rochester Business Journal, and also from our friends at the Rochester Lilac Festival. Visit Rochester will again have a presence at the Lilac Festival, so hopefully you have your questions ready for Jenny Lomaglio and Jeff Springett from Rochester Events. Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Greg. And you guys are literally the hardest working staff in the business. So thank you all so much for all that you do. And things are definitely changing because look, I have a whole page. You can kind of see it of 30-second announcements. So I'm still watching the chat if you want to get something in, but I'm going to just call everyone as they came onto my screen. And I'm going to start with Simon from the Spencerport Canal Depot. Simon?
Hi. Yeah, the name is always confusing what to call it. It's a very long name. I'm the director of the Spencerport Depot and Canal Museum, but in my free time, the director of the Rochester Recreation Festival, which is a nice tie-in with what's been talked about in the meeting today. The festival's in its third year, and it is a not-for-profit festival, so we have given back to the community approximately $1,750 worth of goods and money in the last 3 years. But I just wanted to quickly promote the festival again this year, always looking for activities to grow our sports arena. The sports arena is the main focus of the festival. Lots of things for people to do. I've already locked in RocVentures for this year to bring out their climbing wall, and talking with the Warrior Factory as well about bringing out a setup, which is something we haven't had before. So that's the main focus of the festival, but we also try and get people out to set up vendor booths and promote the activities that they're doing. And this can be anything from the 5Ks down to painting classes and everything in between. I talk recreation, but really it's about activity more than anything, and just promoting what activities are out there in the Rochester area for people to do. We're always looking for sponsors as well. As we all know, the sponsors are what makes it happen. I try and keep it as a free event to the public, and so the dollars really help keep it free. If you have ideas of people who should come out and promote themselves at the festival, I'd love to hear them. I will put a note in the chat in a minute with my contact details and more information. And lastly, I just want to highlight that again, while I call it a recreation festival, I've always had the idea that the underlying message is also health and wellness, and that activity equals health and wellness amongst other things. So opening that up to the health and wellness category as well. So I will put some information in the chat, and thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. Next I have Alana Scribiani for 30-second announcement. Alana?
Hi. I am a recent graduate from Niagara University, so I am looking for full-time employment in this industry. Ideally, I'm looking for something with events, whether that be event planning or event coordinating. So if anyone has any opportunities or know of any opportunities, I will put my email in the chat and you can send them my way.
What a creative way to do that. Best of luck on your search and congratulations on your graduation. Next, with 30-second announcement, Imagine RIT.
Hello. Yes, Imagine RIT is back this year. It's going to be a fully virtual festival. So it's going to be happening in less than 2 weeks on May 1st. I'll include the website in the chat. We have over 250 exhibits from our students. A lot of them have YouTube videos to go along with them. I've watched like over 200 YouTube videos and they're incredible. We have everything from a tour of our glass shop to how students made a 3D concrete printer to experiments you can do with your kids, to our pet bands and our dance crews and so many different things. There's something for everyone. You can kind of sort by category. We're going to have 20 live YouTube videos so you can chat with our exhibitors in real time if you have any questions. And at 10 a.m. we'll have our really fun opening ceremonies. Can't give too much away, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a little goofy. So 10 a.m. on May 1st. And then if you're not able to see it on May 1st, everything's going to be on our YouTube channel after, so you can see all of the exhibits that way too.
Thanks. And I'm going to hop over to Dan Schneiderman in the solar eclipse, which is 3 years away.
Yeah, so reintroducing myself, I've originally been part of Visit Rochester, the VIC as Maker Faire Rochester and the first robotics competition, but as of a month ago, I am the Eclipse Partnership Coordinator at the Rochester Museum and Science Center. So we are exactly, not to echo Deb Ross too much, but we are exactly 1,083 days away from the total solar eclipse. It was basically it's in 3 years, or if you caught our video a few weeks ago at Frontier Field, that was the exact day. But the big thing is we are bringing the Total Solar Eclipse Task Force back. Our next meeting is on May 6th at 2:30 over Zoom. I'll toss that information on the chat in just a moment. I also recommend signing up for our email list and our notifications. I'll toss that link in a second. And the other big thing is on June 10th, you can get a small taste of what the eclipse will feel like at sunrise for the annular eclipse that we'll be able to see. It's not much across the US. Rochester will have a really good view, and we're working on different events. And I recommend picking up your solar viewers now. These things will also work in a few years, but we do have them at the Rochester Museum and Science Center store. More information on that next month.
Thank you. Jessica Conley, moving on to you. 30-second announcement.
Sorry, my laptop is dying. I'm trying to save it. Okay, so fun things, all fun things. I am doing a fundraiser at our hotel this Sunday, 280 Clay Road, behind where Bar Louie used to be. We call it Pie in the Eye, and pretty much what it is we are raising funds for one of our staffers who is undergoing medical treatment, so we can help her with her medical expenses. And for $5, you can put a pie in my face. And yeah, so if you're looking for something to do this Sunday, the 25th, from 4 to 7 p.m., by all means, and you want to help a good cause, you can, it's just whipped cream in a tin, really, but $5 for 1 pie and 5 pies for 20. And it doesn't have to be me. You can pick anybody who's in the lineup. So, and no registration, Elena. It's just show up and have cash.
Or you can just Venmo Jess $5 like I did.
Yeah, if you don't really want to put a pie in my face. I don't mind. Here, it's good for the skin.
Next up is Emily Fo, RIT Inn and Conference Center.
Everyone, Emily with the RIT Inn and Conference Center. Our Mother's Day brunch is going to be coming back this year. It's of course on Mother's Day, which is Sunday, May 9th. It's a served function. Reservations are required and there's limited seating. But if you're looking for something nice to do for all the moms in your life, come and see us. I did drop the menu and information in the chat as well.
Awesome. And Stuart from SUNY Blackport.
Hi, Stuart Soloway from the Fine Arts Series at SUNY Brockport. We are kind of winding up our somewhat abbreviated season with some more virtual events. They happen to be 2 of our most popular shows. One is the Festival of 10/12, which is our biennial 10-minute play festival, which will be streaming beginning May 7th, and that will be up until the 14th. And also we will be streaming the Sankofa African Dance and Drum Ensemble. And they've got a special guest troupe from Guyana. And that will be streaming May 1st through the 22nd. I posted the links to our Facebook pages for both of those. And there is information there as well as the link to our ticketing page. Those are $10 for general audiences, $10 for students. I'm sorry, $10 for general audiences, $5 for students. And that will wind up our 2021 season and hoping to return to more normal ways of performing for everyone next year. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Leah Shapiro.
Hi everyone, my name's Leah. I'm with RIT from the Department of International Hospitality and Service Innovation. We are hosting a webinar during National Travel and Tourism Week on growing and branding destinations. It'll be on May 6th at 3 p.m. and our guest speakers will be Matt Hurlbert and Don Jeffries. I'll post the link again in the chat for those who want to register, and I'll also post my email in case you have any questions.
Thank you. Andrea Boccacino. Andrea? Okay, I'll move on to Debbie Wickham from Wickham Farms.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Debbie Wickham from Wickham Farms, and I'd like to announce the opening of our 2021 season with our lavender event. This event is sure to be bigger and better than even last year when we didn't know if we could have an event. So we're really promoting it hard this year. We have over an acre of lavender, 9 different varieties. We'll be selling lavender, you pick lavender, as well as other cut flowers, as a segue to our Sunflower Festival, which will begin in August. So July is all things lavender at the farm, and we go right into August and it's all things sunflowers. So we look forward to seeing everyone.
Thanks, Debbie. Going to go on to Joanne Lampron from the Rochester Oratorio Society.
Hi, everybody. I'm inviting you all to the our very first virtual showcase recital on Facebook Live. It's Saturday, May 1st, 7 to 8 p.m. And you'll hear 6 fabulous classical vocalists, all winners in our annual Rochester International Vocal Competition. It should be beautiful music. The event is free. They welcome donations, but I would love to have you join us. Thank you.
Thanks, Joanne. Nancy Regis. I think I'm saying that correctly. Nancy?
Yeah, you got that right. Thanks, Julie. Hi, everybody. I'm just excited to have such good weather that we can be at the Lilac Festival this year. So come find us. We're going to be be at the farmer's market that they're doing, because as you know, they've changed up some of their events. So you'll find us those 3 weekends. And we've got, as you can see, the picture behind me is the official label for the lilac wine for the festival. Very excited about that. Also want to invite you out to our patio. The weather's good. We've got our chairs out. We're working on our patio parties, and as soon as we get the details finalized, I'll be sure to let everybody know that they can come back and have some fun on the vineyard. And just wanted to mention too that on Sundays, on select Sundays, and you'll find it on our website, we've been pairing with our IT. We're doing a wonderful combination of food and wine, and we'd love to have you everybody come on out. So, thank you.
Thank you. Sue Maddox. Susan. So are you still online? Okay, last one then is Jean Moore from RBJ.
Hi, everyone. I want to thank Rachel and Greg for inviting me this afternoon to come on and do my little 30-second pitch. But I will be reaching out. I have been, but there's many of you out there, so feel free to also reach out to me regarding the 2021 Explore Guide. As Rachel mentioned, it's going to be publishing June 25th. We feel that that date will, with the beginning of summer, and many venues and businesses reopening, that it just made sense. As Greg mentioned, we are pleased to offer a 20% discount on ad rates for this 2021 Explore Guide, which will automatically, if you place an ad, the 20% discount will automatically be taken off the rate. You can reach me at jmoorhouse@bridgetowermedia.com. JMOORHOUSE@bridgetowermedia.com, or you can call me at 585-363-7273. We really would appreciate your support for the Explore Guide. We certainly recognize it's been a very challenging year for most all of us. But in order to make this publication a success, it's a very worthwhile publication with a lot of great content in it. And we need the support of the Visit Rochester members. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And I guess one more, Dick Bennett, you want to go quick?
Thanks, Julie. Good afternoon. Dick Bennett at the Image City Photography Gallery. We got a great show of 12 local women photographers showing their work this month through May 16th. It's a fantastic show, and stop on by on University Avenue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. And sorry, apparently my lawn guy just showed up and is outside my window, so I apologize for that. We're gonna skip trivia till the end here because the Lilac team has limited time. And I'm gonna invite Jenny Lomaggio from the Rochester Events to get on the line with me. Jenny, are you there?
I'm here. Thanks, Julie. And also I have Jeff Springer here, the captain of the ship. Just want to say hey to everybody and kind of excuse my absence from the VIC meetings lately. We've kind of just been out of work. So now we're back up and rolling, and we're so excited to be able to share with you a few things that we're doing for this year's event. I don't know if Rachel has my little PowerPoint that I have, but I think she looks like there she goes. So we are having a 2021 event, and we're so thrilled to present it, even though it will be a very scaled back version this year. But we felt that the events that we're doing are ones that we can produce safely, not only for attendees, but for our staff and the people that we bring in and everybody else in between. So we just wanted to let you know some of the cool things that you can expect this year. And although things will look very different, we're super excited that we know that people are going to be out and about in the park. And so you'll see that we're running a different format this year. We'll be doing 3 long weekends in May 7th through 9th, 14th through 16th, 21st to 23rd. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And hopefully that staggers attendance to keep everybody safe, but also the flowers are all blooming at different times. So we're really excited for this new format. And the hours are very similar to what you would expect from 10:30 to 7. So we did pick our events per approval through the city and the county and the state. And what we're offering this year are the kids amusement rides. So we'll have a really fun a kids area right when you walk in from the South Avenue entrance and the Veterans Memorial. And then we are going to be doing everybody's favorite, which is the Art in the Park. It's our juried art and craft show. That'll continue to be up at the Reservoir on Reservoir Avenue. And that format will have sort of like a one in, one out system. And we have our vendors up there doing all of their art, their sale of their art. And it's going to be running Saturday from 10 to 6 and Sunday from 10 to 5. We're doing something new this year at the Purple Crosswalk. It's called a farmer's market. Obviously, people have heard of a farmer's market before, but our vendors will be including Bar Fiore, and she's going to be selling some really cool flowers out of her flower truck. We're going to have our Lilac merchandise booth. We're going to have Visit Rochester up there, and just a handful of people selling sort of, you know, farmer's market related things. We have like Charlie Hyland, who sells a famous perfume and lotions. So that's going to be open every day of the festival, which is those Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then some exciting things that we want to talk about that are ticketed are their special events tent, which is not new for us. We have that located right behind the Kids Wooden Adventure Park. So we have the Wine Expo, which I just learned is sold out, the Beer Expo, and something what we're calling the Lilac Bistro. Those events we're running a little bit differently. We're sort of operating this tent as a restaurant. So people buy their tickets online, reserve their seat, and then they come in and they sit at a table of 4 or 6 and buy by the table, and we will bring the wine or the beer and the sharing plates of food to you. So we're operating it very safely. Instead of people going up and having their glass, we're doing it as a sit down kind of a service. And the Lilac Bistro is where we're going to be featuring some entertainment, some live music, and food and beverage from some really cool local food vendors. And then we have a really cool special family-friendly Mother's Day event where we're featuring 2 musicians. It's a family-friendly event, so you can book your table, and we have 2 musicians in there. One is called the Big Blue House Band out of Canandaigua, and the next is a local country singer, which is Claudia Hoyger. So we have 2 sessions, and we have, you know, sessions for wine, beer. There's a couple of sessions to choose from. And then as usual, we have our Lilac 5K, 10K, and my personal favorite, the Dunkin' Dash, because it involves donuts. And anybody who knows me knows my love of donuts. But we're going to move that race over to Genesee Valley Park this year, and we're going to do it in the fashion of staggered start. So we're going to fire people off 2 or 3 at a time with masks. And so we're going to be able to pull that one off, and it's going to be our 42nd annual. So that race is well loved, and it's going to be close by. So a little bit different, but definitely still doable.
Sounds like you guys have done so much work.
I know, it's insane. It's been, you know, a lot of roadblocks, I should say. Jeff will tell you. But yeah, so I'm just, you know, the pages that we put here, just some times and dates in case anybody feels like screenshotting or saving these things that they're interested in. But Jeff, I'll throw it over to you to talk about the beer and the bistro.
Thanks very much, Jenny. Yeah, it's been interesting because we got our approvals about 3 weeks ago. So we're doing about 6 months work in 3 or 4 weeks. So needless to say, even though it's very much reduced and reimagined, there's still, as everybody understands on this call, a lot of detail work. One of the biggest things that I'm concerned about is having people's expectations for the usual festival. We've been getting quite a lot of feedback as I want my free music, and I want my beer, and I want my free concerts, and I want to go to the park, and why can't I? Well, we had some discussions early on, and we had some decisions to make whether or not the festival would be canceled altogether this year, or are there a few things that we can do safely? So it was decided that we would do whatever we could do safely. So the park is open, it's free. The stars of the show have always been the flowers, and that's not going to change. There's never a cover charge to get into Highland Park. It's open all the time, 365 days a year. The festival is not going to be the usual festival. I mean, Jenny outlined what we're doing. We've got some great entertainment. The only way we could do it is if people were seated in a restaurant environment and they ordered food because we serve alcohol. So we've got some very creative food trucks. Tuscan, help me out, Jenny. Tuscan tomato.
Yeah, Tony Tomato. With
We call him Tony Tomato, but the name of his food truck is Tuscan Wood-Fired Pizza. That's it. And we have Wraps on Wheels, and we have Bay Vista Taco. And if you look on our website, the food they've prepared for sharing plates is really ingenious. They put together a really nice menu for Mother's Day, everything from breakfast pizza to chicken and waffles to a really interesting Mexican platter. And we've gotten good reaction. Tickets are selling well for everything. But nevertheless, I feel that people's anticipation and expectations are above what we're going to be presenting. And anybody that knows the Spring It Group and my history knows that I love to program great music. Typically for the Lilac Festival, we program 80 bands over the 10 days in the past. And this year we've got 2 or 3 local groups and they're pared down. So we're doing the best we can with what we got to work with. COVID wasn't my idea, and it's certainly not my idea of fun, but we're making it work. So we're excited. It's doing well, and we want people to come out to the park and enjoy it. So any questions, we're happy to answer them.
Thanks, Jeff. We know how much everyone on this call knows how much work is that you guys have put into it, and I think we appreciate it. I know I appreciate it, and the semblance of normalcy. And I think the festival will turn out great, and maybe there'll be things that you'll keep in the future. And sometimes change is good. But thank you all for your hard work.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Okay, so we're gonna go to purple bag time. Now remember the rules, everybody. You got to put the number of the question and then the answer. And we have great prizes today. So you want to make sure that you're ready to go. So put number 1 into your chat. And the first prize is 2 tickets to Wind Down Wednesday from the Penthouse. And we'll go right into it with the lilac theme. About how many bushes currently grow in Highland Park? Lilac bushes. How many lilac bushes currently grow in Highland Park? Go.
I'm going to disqualify myself.
Thank you. Okay, 137. Hope that you're not even warm. You're freezing cold.
Are we doing closest without going over, or?
Yes. Okay, so we go closest without going over. I think that would be Angela Edgerton, because they say there are about 1,800 lilac bushes in Highland Park. So congratulations, Angela. Question number 2, and this is for, thank you very much to Jess, an overnight staycation at the Hampton Inn in Henrietta. So bring the spouse or don't bring the spouse, but leave the kids at home. This is for an overnight stay at the Hampton Inn. Question number 2. What famous landscape architect designed both New York City Central Park as well as Highland Park? Go. Oh, Deb Ross, there you go. Okay. Yes, it was Frederick Law Olmsted, and both are beautiful parks. I think we can all agree. Moving on to question number 3. This is a $25 gift card for Finger Lake Winery. So question number 3. And this has to do with our 40th anniversary of Visit Rochester VIC. So in 1981, who was the first VIC chair? Question number 3. First VIC chair. Oh, this is stumping people. I told Greg this was too hard.
Where's Michael Hardy?
I know, right? He would have gotten it. Do we have a hint, Greg? First name was Ed, last name was... Okay, so I guess nobody got that question. Oh, there we go.
See something.
Kimberly Tanner, there you go. Yes, Ed Pirro was our our first VIC chair all the way back in 1981, 40 years ago.
Coming back with a bang there, Kim Tanner.
Okay, so Kim is getting the winery gift card. And then question number 4 for a $25 Texas barbecue gift card. Greg says this one's gonna be easier. I don't believe it. 10 years ago was the 30th anniversary of VIC. Who was the 30th? Who was the chair on the 30th anniversary? So what was 10 years ago? 2011. Who was VIC chair in 2011? Nope, not Lennox.
No.
Nope.
That's close.
Okay, first name was Colleen, last name was 5 more seconds. Okay, so it was Colleen Brown 10 years ago. Oh, nope.
Lane Dotson, no.
That's okay because I have a backup question that Greg didn't want me to do. So
Yay!
put in question number 5.
I'm excited.
For the Texas barbecue gift card. Now, it's April. Did everyone see my sign?
I love this.
Okay, I just wanted to have a little fun today. The month of April in Greek is named after what ancient goddess? She was also immortalized on the very small screen by the great and semi-talented Vanna White. Who is she? Nope, not Athena, not Eros. She is the goddess of love.
No. No.
Nope, not Venus. Aphrodite.
Chad
there you
Crow.
go. Who had that first? I have Chad on my screen.
Oh wait, I
I
have
have-
hope
I have-
on mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have hope on mine also.
Okay, congratulations, Hope. You get the $25 gift card to Texas Barbecue. And that concludes our trivia and our meeting, unless you want to stick around for some questions for the Lilac folks, or just chat in general about spring wellness or whatever is on your mind.